We are tonight's entertainment.
What the fuck is this, Jet?
This is a tasty burger.
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
Is this your homework, Larry?
Why did you spill your beans?
Welcome back
to the film scoop.
Or should we say the Oscar scoop?
The ceremonial scoop.
The second best award show of the year.
Yep.
Obviously behind the Scoopies.
Yeah. Fucking the Oscars really like. We're gonna be tearing them a new asshole.
The Oscars is like the cleanup job.
Yeah.
You know, like the Scoopies is when you shoot your load.
Yeah.
And then the Oscars is like the towel you use to clean up.
Yeah.
You know, it's still nice.
They're the sock that took the load.
Right. They take our load.
That's what you take our load.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about the Oscars, and we're gonna go over our top 5 personal Oscar snubs ever, and that's what the fuck's going down.
I think I did more than 5.
That's good. I mean, that's fine.
I have I made a discovery throughout this process, but
that everything you like didn't win an Oscar.
No, it was actually like a hard list to make because when I really like this movie, then I would look at the winner, or like I like this performance, I would look at the winner, and I hadn't seen the movie, so I felt bad.
I don't
saying care. Like,
I'll still say fuck you.
I don't know. They might have been a monster, dude.
Yep. That's what the hell's going down this week. But first up, in terms of Scoop of Life, I'm still reading Demon Copperhead, so I don't have an update there. So that's it for me. You didn't have anything, did you?
No, I might have to return the old Sam Talent book and move on to something else, because after Hail Mary and Hiroshima, I was in a big reading kickoff situation where I was like, gotta read. And I hit a speed bump with Sam Talent's book. Not that it's bad. I haven't gotten deep enough to know if it's bad, but it's just not what I'm after.
Gotta read Mistborn.
I mean, yeah. That'd be something cool I would do.
That'd be awesome. But are you an awesome guy that does awesome things? I don't know.
I just told you I wanted to buy a sword.
You did say that, but I don't think...
I'm the kind of guy that I aspire to do cool things, but I don't have enough steam.
I think if you got murdered and then the cops came to your house and like inspected your room, and they saw the picture of you, and then they saw a sword on the wall, they'd say, this doesn't add up.
No,
say, this is somebody else's. This was planted.
First of all, they'd be like, who the fuck is powerful enough to take down this specimen? Is the first thing they would say.
Right.
And then they'd be like...
and then they'd say, well, this guy died, and he looked kind of like an idiot, so that can't be his
Well, what
sword.
it would be, they'd see me, they'd be like, this guy's clearly the coolest. They'd see the sword, they go, that makes sense. And then they would see me writing down paper, and they'd be like, oh, okay. He's mentally challenged.
We never told the scoop about paper.
Anyway, I think we got some news, dude.
Just for the backstory, there's a whiteboard. Like, there was a point in the kitchen where there was a little whiteboard to write grocery things that you need on there.
Yeah.
You're out of eggs, you write eggs on there, and so you don't forget what to buy.
It never really got used for that, but I tried to employ that.
But Carl spelled paper wrong.
I did.
He was trying to get the point across that we needed paper towels, but what he actually said was that we needed paper towels.
Yeah, I did.
And he wrote it down and just walked away and moved on. And I walked up to it and I was like, who the fuck wrote this?
Yeah.
And it was
You were like, did your nephews come over?
Yeah. Did your 5-year-old nephew come over and write on our board?
No, I am an idiot. But in my defense, I was like just moving fast and like jotted it down.
I will say, in Carl's defense, I haven't seen him misspell things often.
Yeah.
So,
I'm actually pretty decent. This is going to be the craziest thing you've ever heard. Pretty decent at spelling stuff.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I can't do, like, there's certain stuff I can't do. I'm not going to give you rendezvous first try or restaurant.
Well, who could?
Or lingerie. I can't spell those words.
Well, you're naming all the things that Stephen Hawking couldn't.
But no matter how hard I try, I cannot do restaurant. It's always fun.
Dude, restaurant's fucking the death of me.
Yeah. Horrible.
I don't care how old I get. Can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, I got autocorrect. Please save me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so bad, autocorrect's like, what are you trying to say?
Dude, what is this restroom? What the fuck are you? What are you even trying to say? I don't know what to correct this to.
Yeah.
But yeah, news for this week. All I have is the Shrek teaser. Shrek 5 teaser looks abysmal.
It looks. I thought that you were sending me a joke when you sent it to me.
Sure wasn't.
And I apparently people were saying that the daughter is trans, which is crazy. Do you know why people say that?
Why are they saying that?
Because in Shrek, in the previous Shreks, all the kids, the daughter has blue eyes, and in the teaser, the daughter has brown eyes. Like the two boys have brown eyes, and then the daughter has blue eyes. And I was like, they probably just fucked up, dude.
Yeah, they
cast Zendaya like I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I think they just continuity error.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to hate on Shrek 5. I love Shrek. I love the first two. Not big on the second two, but I love Shrek 2.
Yeah.
Like it's in my top 50 movies of all time. I fucking love it. So I'm not trying to be a hater, but I think there's not a single good thing to say about that teaser.
Yeah.
If we're being objective.
The only good thing is that you still got Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz.
Well, yeah, but that's not a good thing about the teaser. That's just that the movie exists.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting at.
Very bad. In all aspects you can really think of, it did poorly.
Yeah.
The jokes they were going for were awful. Like them looking into this mirror and seeing all these like TikTok meme versions of Shrek. Is that what we're doing now? Like,
yeah,
that's what we've become.
Which is crazy.
That's awful. That makes me sick to my stomach. I want to take a shit and just stare at it, because then I'm not looking at the Shrek 5 teaser.
Yeah, I've definitely taken shits that look better than that.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And it's crazy when you consider what Shrek is at its core, that it's a parody of fairy tales, and they're doing fucking TikTok like cringe jokes.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad news. I'd call it. Very, very sad. And also the animation, they're like changing their animation to look like Pixar, and it looks awful.
Yeah.
It's not that the animation is poorly done. It's that you have 4 movies in one animation style, and then all of a sudden you chose a completely different animation style that doesn't fit at all.
Yeah.
So they look like different. If you take a character in one animation style and try to recreate it in another animation style, it's going to look like a different character.
Yeah.
Even though you're trying to follow the same rules, like,
yeah, look at the SpongeBob movies.
Right.
But they've at least established that they do a different animation style like with every movie. So you kind of expect that with the SpongeBob movies. But with Shrek, like
they always look the same.
Exactly.
And now they're trying to change the animation style for some reason, and I hate it so much. I hope they change it. I hope that they pull a Sonic. I was gonna say, I think that the outrage is enough for them to be like, all right, let's change this.
I think that the hate it's gonna receive is gonna banish it to the Shadow Realm for a little bit, and then they're gonna come back. Let's circle back.
Hopefully, that would be the smart thing to do.
How would you feel if they went with the Last Wish animation style?
That, I mean, kind of looks like Shrek.
No, it was a little bit more, towards like 2D a little bit, almost like TMNT kind of animation.
I don't know if I remember Last Wish being super 2D.
It's not super, like it's like leans towards that direction.
I just remember the action sequences being very like anime inspired, but
yeah,
the actual animation I thought looked the same as Shrek did.
No, it's a little different.
Okay,
you'll have to go back and check it out. But I think even if they did like just that, like a touch here and there, that'd be fine.
Yeah, minor changes, but it should still look like Shrek.
Yeah,
it should still look like Donkey. Like they look like completely different.
Donkey
characters.
looked like a fucking rat. Dude.
Yeah, and I just don't know what possessed them to feel the need to change the animation.
Yeah,
like no one complained about the Shrek animation, and the movies are all like well received. Even the bad ones, like people don't shit on them really. They're forgettable, but
Yeah, I think
they're
even,
okay.
Yeah, the third Shrek the Third, which is my least favorite. I think that still like did numbers.
it's an okay movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're changing shit, but I hope it's good. I mean, I love Shrek. What can I say? You know, I'm like, you know, I've got layers like an onion.
Yeah, we're simple guys.
One of the layers of me is liking Shrek.
Yeah.
There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of peels to go through. One of them is liking the Batman.
That's the first
That's
layer.
like the outer shell. That covers
Yeah.
a lot of ground.
Yeah.
But one of the inner layers is liking Shrek,
Yeah.
and specifically Shrek 2.
And at the very core, the last thing you find, being gay. that's the last little morsel that you
Yeah,
uncover.
that's because what is the most sacred to you, you keep inside.
Exactly.
So it's got all this defense.
You try to hide it with these masculine things. You have
Yeah.
the Batman, Shrek,
Yeah,
cars.
it's like an Inception.
Gay.
Like the safe. That's where I keep me being gay. Nobody can get to it but me.
Yeah.
It's important that it stays there. It stays
Yeah.
safe. But yeah, Shrek 2 or Shrek 5 looks like shit. Got some Oscar trivia.
All right.
Did you do Oscar trivia too?
I did do Oscar trivia.
All right.
I tried to make mine. Mine's gonna be easy for you because of your movie year thing, but I made it pretty identifiable stuff
All right.
for you. I think.
Guess you can go first.
All right. 2011 Best Animated Feature winner.
So I gotta clarify. The Oscars ceremony is the next year after. Like, are you talking about the movies of 2010?
This is the 2000. What did I just
Did
say?
the movies come out in 2010?
Yeah,
or
they came out
11?
in 2010, and this is the
Best
Oscars
actor?
for that. Best Animated Feature.
Best animated feature from 2010.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Nope.
Oh, Toy Story 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's-
How to Train Your Dragon was a crazy pick, but I knew you'd get to the truth.
I was just thinking 2010. And I was once I realized it came out that year, I was
Yeah.
like, everyone loves that shit.
The dots
even
connected
the
immediately.
stupid ass fucking voters, they know.
Yeah.
They
You
know
can't help
it's
it.
goated.
You're gonna vote that.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do.
No.
All right. Next one. This would be 1994 Best Actor winner.
Tom Hanks.
Yep.
Green Mile. Tom Hanks. Forrest Gump. Tom
Yep.
Hanks.
Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks.
That sucks ass.
Yeah, it does suck.
Who would you have given it to?
I don't know what else was nominated, but like realistically though, he did do a great job.
I
Like,
don't
it's
hate
best
the performance.
actor.
I hate
Yeah,
the movie.
The
But
movie's horrible. That's kind of where I had to. That's where I was with like Zoe Saldana winning for Amelia Perez, and I was like, I didn't want Amelia Perez to win anything because of like how much of an asshole they've been acting like. But
that's
I was
not
like,
the reason I didn't want him to win because it's a shit movie. But
well, that too. It's also a bad movie. But I was like, Zoe Saldana probably did a great job. She seems sweet, so I had to separate that from the overall core.
Forrest Gump, I mean,
Like you can have an incredible performance in a bad movie.
yeah, the performance is not bad. It's just I was making a joke because the movie sucks. But I would have preferred it to be Samuel L. Jackson for Pulp Fiction, or either one of the leads of Shawshank.
Oh yeah,
Morgan Freeman or Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins. Yeah,
That's his name.
yeah, you got it.
And I knew the Robbins part, but Tim didn't sound right for a second.
It feels right though.
You feel right.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
You got another one?
Yep. Last one. Bring it home.
Bring home the
How
bacon.
many Oscars does Al Pacino have? And if you know, what for?
2,
Nope.
3,
Nope.
4,
Nope.
5, 1.
Yep.
Damn. Dog Day Afternoon.
Nope.
The Godfather. Godfather 2.
Mm-mm.
Scarface.
Nope.
I think it was one of his like movies you wouldn't think he would.
Yeah.
Scent
it
of
is.
a Woman.
Yep. Boom. Crushed it.
Need to check that out.
Yeah. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
One Oscar. This is Al Pacino we're talking about.
Yeah.
Think about his
I know.
fucking
Think about Heat. How do you not look
everything
for
he's
Heat?
got. Huh?
How does Heat not win every
category? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't release something like Heat and not just destroy everything.
Yeah. It didn't. I don't think it won shit. I think it like may have gotten a cinematography nom or something, but
That's
didn't win shit.
crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking malarkey. Who are the last 5 Best Actor winners?
Including just now?
Yeah.
Well, like what happened last night?
Including what happened last night.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got Adrian Broadster. Killshot.
Mm-hmm.
For Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, no, I think that was supporting actor. I don't know if I know who got it after Killshot.
Wow.
No, was it Tim? For Doom?
No. What?
I wanted to say fucking Ke-Huy Quan, if that's his name. But I think he got supporting actor.
Supporting.
Shit, who got it after Oppenheimer? I don't know.
Man, you don't know the 3 before Killian.
The 3 before Kill? No.
Damn. Brendan Fraser.
I forgot he won it for The Whale. Dang.
Will Smith.
For the tennis movie.
Mm-hmm.
King
Richard.
King Richard, yeah.
I heard Richard.
I heard Richard.
And Anthony Hopkins.
He won it for The Father?
Yeah.
Holy cow. I still haven't seen that.
Yeah, me neither.
I in my defense, I like to forget The Whale ever happened.
You like to forget that Anthony Hopkins happened?
I haven't seen that movie, so I'd never think of it, but I'd assume Anthony Hopkins probably has a ton.
Probably.
But I don't know if he has.
Yeah. How many Oscars has Jake Gyllenhaal been nominated for?
I know he wasn't. I don't think he was nominated for Nightcrawler.
He was not.
I don't think he was nominated for Prisoners. Is this a trick question? Has he been nominated for 0?
No.
I think he was nominated for End of Watch. If I had to guess. No?
No.
God dang. None of his early stuff, I know for sure. I'm going to say he was nominated once.
Mm-hmm. What was it?
Well, your question was how many times was he nominated, and I answered.
Well, it implies that you also answered.
I'm going to go with Prince of Persia.
I'm going to go with Bubble Boy. Oh, sorry. What is Bubble Boy?
What is Bubble Boy? Let me think here.
There's a pretty obvious answer.
Nightcrawler seems like the most obvious. Not
No,
Velvet.
like Academy obvious.
Oh, Stronger.
No.
Fuck. That seemed like the super Oscar bait movie.
No. I don't mean Oscar bait. I just mean a movie that the Oscars would actually, like, appreciate.
I don't think I know.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Oh, yeah. Brokeback Mountain. I think that got snubbed for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm. Got snubbed for everything, I think.
It's crazy. That's the only time he's been nominated.
Yeah.
Not for Prisoners or fucking
No. Nightcrawler. What's
Nightcrawler.
that?
Yeah.
What's
fuck
video
that guy.
production news?
No one cares.
That's not how it should be said or how it should be read.
I still think he was fucking. And then Jarhead. Holy cow.
Yeah. Zodiac.
Oh my god. You're
Like
gonna get
puzzles.
me fired up, dude.
You wouldn't make fun of it if you tried it. All right. How many Oscar nominations does Ryan Gosling have?
I know he got nominated for Half Nelson.
That's crazy
What?
that he got nominated for Half Nelson.
Yeah.
Like a really small movie.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone would fucking
Yeah.
even know what that is.
And that was before he was Ryan Gosling. Like, at that point, he was the Notebook guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't a known good actor. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Honestly, I don't think he was nominated for Lars. Is this another Warner?
No.
Is it one?
It is not. You think Ryan Gosling's only been nominated once?
Well, a lot of his, like, incredible movies, I feel like just... They're not the type of movies that the Academy wants to acknowledge.
You don't think the Academy will acknowledge The Gray Man? Come on. Who are you fooling?
All right, I think he's got 2.
He does not have 2.
3?
He does have 3.
So...
What are they?
Nominations, La La Land?
Mm-hmm. You got 2.
Half Nelson and Barbie?
It is Barbie.
There we go.
I thought that would be, like, so recent that you forget it.
Well, didn't he win for Barbie?
No.
Oh. I was
He
going to say...
performed I'm Just Ken.
Okay.
So it kind of makes you feel like he won it, but...
Yeah, in my head he won, and I was like, well, to win he had to have been nominated.
Yeah,
so I was like,
it was
okay.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Should have been Ryan, if we're,
If we're getting down to business here.
Yeah. That's it for trivia. Next up, we'll do some Cinemarathon.
I never thought about it in a cooler.
Why you didn't?
I just got bent over.
Because it's not possible.
Dude.
That's why you didn't.
All right, here's the deal. I'm an adult, and Cinemarathon's growing on me.
Thanks.
You've said it twice
Glad
now
you're-
since we did it the first time. It's kind of growing on me.
Glad you can admit your mistakes and move on.
But Inside Scoop is still better.
No.
That is a
If
fact.
it's better, then why don't we use it?
That's because you're stubborn. I'm going to start using it just to fight you.
I don't think you will.
I will.
Because I think your subconscious knows
No, dude. Inside Scoop is way better.
Scoop of Life is better.
No. The Inside Scoop.
No.
Inside
Come on.
you.
Well, that's different.
Inside your onion.
That's different. We're getting off track here.
All right, go on.
Cinemarathon. I'll start Nightcrawler.
We're playing this correct now?
Yeah, we're playing it correct. And we'll just say, I don't know the exact rules, but we'll say you get one skip.
Okay.
We'll just go with that. You get one skip. If you get in a hole, you can skip. And then the next person can think of a random movie and keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. That's my pick.
Twister.
It's not where I thought you were going to go.
I'm trying to box you in.
You're trying to box me in? Okay, Capote. You're not boxing in shit.
Oh, God damn. Tell me what you just did, dude. What did you just do?
You don't know the connection?
No.
It's Philip Seymour Hoffman.
He was in Twister?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
God dang. All right. Pody.
You don't know a soul in Capote, dude. There's no
So
way.
I can't continue that off of Philip Seymour. Right. That's how the game goes.
I think
Like I can't do Boogie Nights because
I think technically you can in the real game, but I don't think we should allow it. I feel like I think you can do it up to 3 times and then you have to stop, but I just don't see the point in letting you do the same
Yeah,
thing
I feel like you can
said.
kind of yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's the case,
You want to use your skip?
man, let me tap into the mainframe here.
I'm going to play some hopscotch.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
Okay.
I'm going to pass on that one, pal.
All right. We'll go The Big Short.
Okay.
That's what I see every morning when I take a pee. The Big Short.
I'm gonna go Evan Almighty.
Except not a little less on the big. a little more on the short.
Short side.
What'd you say?
Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty. Let's go. Got to make sure I'm getting this one right. Batman Begins.
I don't think Jim Carrey is in Evan Almighty. Oh, Batman Begins. What did you just do?
Is Morgan Freeman in Evan Almighty?
I don't think so. Maybe he does a voiceover.
I guess I have to check them.
I feel like he wasn't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen Evan Almighty.
Wow.
It looked horrible whenever I saw the trailer.
He's in it. Fuck you. He's
okay,
got.
awesome. He's got.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew he was in Bruce Almighty. I couldn't remember if he was
I
in
knew
both.
for sure Bruce Almighty. Batman Begins. Swear to me.
They don't like falafel.
The Gray.
I fucking hate you.
Find a movie with a wolf in it and just connect it.
I don't know a fucking soul in the Gray, dude. All right, we're playing Cutthroat, huh? All right.
I'm already down a pass because of Capote, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying
I
to
did
even.
start it
The,
with
I'm trying to
Capote.
even the playing
That's completely
field.
fair. I earned the Gray after Capote. I guess I'm gonna have to use my skip. I don't think I know anything from the Gray.
Finally, I can start one. Jesus Christ!
I'm giving you easy stuff. I gave you the Big Short. There's so much to go off of.
No, I know. I'm gonna flare this one out. Now that we're.
It's not like I'm starting with Capote.
I'm gonna go with The Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. Some oddball stuff going on in The Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go No Hard Feelings.
Okay. I'm trying to picture that kid in my head from No Hard Feelings. I thought he was the same kid from Wolves, but I don't think that's him. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Lady Hawk.
What in God's name? Yeah. All right, you win.
That's sweet.
No, wait. No.
No? There is a very easy connection.
Blade Runner.
Hell yeah, dude. You're the guy.
Yep.
You're the guy. I'm gonna go Captain America Brave New World. Come on. Come on with it.
That's nuts. That's a nuts thing.
You call him Mr. Jones.
I'm gonna go A Different Man.
I'll go Under the Skin. That's the only thing that other guys.
Oh, Adam Pearson's in that?
I'm gonna assume that Adam Pearson's the guy I'm thinking of, but yeah, he's in Under the Skin.
I'm gonna double check. Not that I don't trust you, but I just think you're a little dumb.
No.
So,
unless there's...
Yeah, he's in it.
Okay.
Oh, he plays Deformed Man. Whoa.
No, dude, what?
Whoa.
I'm congested.
Knock it off.
I'm congested.
No Adam Pearson slander here.
Have you seen Different Man?
I have not, but I want to.
I don't even know what it's about.
It's about a different man. It's about a man that's different.
Man's in the title, so I'm already in.
I believe it's either Adam Pearson changes into Sebastian Stan or vice versa. I'm not sure the order, but it's like a transformation.
Interesting.
I think Sebastian Stan becomes Adam Pearson or something. I don't know. But I've heard it's really good, and I want to see it. What were we doing? Adam, you said Under the Skin.
Correct.
Can I go with the Paper Man? Can I use him?
I don't remember who that was.
Guy that turns into paper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can use whoever. I just don't remember who that was.
I'll go.
I used a paper man.
Let's see. Lucy.
Is the paper man in that?
I didn't use the paper man. That was a joke.
Oh,
That was a bit.
Lucy, huh?
Yep.
I think Morgan Freeman is in Lucy. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
If that's the case, Morgan Freeman. Morgue free.
Morgue free. Driving Miss Daisy.
Well, I'm still going.
Oh.
I'm making a connection with Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You take it easy.
You can't
dude.
use Driving Miss Daisy.
Why are you trying to fuck me so hard just now? Now I know what
Thought
you're
of the
doing.
one movie he has no one else in.
Oh, he's in a movie that I know you haven't heard of, but I don't remember the name of it. I'm going to go with the bucket list. Come on.
That's nuts.
I know, ball.
That is nuts. I'm going to go Chinatown.
I hear you. For sure. I'm going to go with fucking nothing because I don't remember who was Chinatown.
Yeah,
See-
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a connection, but
I'm going to let you guys know right now. Not a huge Chinatown guy.
Yeah, me neither.
That made you mentioning it makes me want to check and see what I have it at, and probably lower it.
Yeah, probably a little too high. You give up?
Yeah,
My connection would have been Rosemary's Baby or The Pianist. But
who's? Oh,
Polanski.
yeah, Polanski. Yeah.
Yep. All right, that's it for Cinemarathon. We got Bad Description.
Yep.
Guess a movie by the Bad Description. I'll go first. Retard versus Pedophile.
What a description, dude. That is great. Retard versus
Had to make up for last week.
Yeah.
Where you got it in 2 seconds.
That makes me think this could be a couple of different things. You know, you could it could be a Kevin Spacey movie.
Could be. It could be.
Retard versus pedophile. Shit, I don't know. Really dumb person versus a pedophile. I've got no idea.
Really.
Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
I thought it'd be too easy.
I did not.
I thought the verses would make it obvious because there's not very many verses movies.
I didn't like translate that to like could be in the title at all. I thought of like Home Alone kind of scenario.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Kevin McAllister is obviously smart.
Yeah.
All right, let me hit mine. A super horny lady brings men to her gooey man that she has an affair with.
Say that again.
A super horny lady brings men to a gooey guy she has an affair with.
Hellraiser.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We switched this week.
Yeah.
You gave me the easy one, and I
Well,
gave you.
You know, I caught so much shit for the last one. I was like,
I mean,
let me.
I won.
Anytime there's a moment that we do something and you don't succeed, I feel like I catch shit. So I'm just gonna.
That's not true.
If you go through the Scoop lore and history, anytime things don't go your way, I catch shit for it somehow. So I'm just gonna make it as easy as possible.
I think what happens is
I did a real reveal that was bad. I caught hell. I did a bad description that was bad. I caught hell. So if you win, I'd never have to deal with that.
You're talking. You're acting like I'm cooking the books or something. All right. I win fair and square.
Yeah.
By being more intellectual than you.
Yeah. I just have to play by your rules.
No. What are my rules?
That it has to be easy.
Those aren't my rules. I gave you 2 bald guys versus Idris Elba last week.
Yeah.
That's what I gave you.
Yeah.
So what are you complaining about?
I'm just letting you know.
Let me know you're stupid.
I'm just gonna keep hitting you with the old slow ball.
And I just gave you a pretty easy one too, and you didn't get it.
That one, yeah, that was 100% me. But I'm also not gonna go in the Discord and be like, dude, can you believe this? That's something
maybe
you
you
would
should.
do.
And it's because the answer got revealed to you, and you were like, yeah, I should have got that.
I do that anytime I get something wrong. I say, oh yeah, I should have got that. That's my reaction 99% of the time because I'm
most
always
of the time
wrong.
I say that. But then sometimes it's like, wait, you're fucking stupid.
I don't know if that's ever happened.
Oh yeah, it definitely happens.
Negative.
We got to roll back the tape.
Listen,
hit the film room.
You're gonna keep winning, pal. Don't worry.
All right, no, see. This is what I don't like. I don't like when you get in these moods. I don't like this.
Yeah, and it makes all your wins feel like false wins.
Yeah, they make them not feel like wins at all.
I'm in your head, dude.
Unfortunately, you are. You getting in this mood where you act like you have to make stuff easy so I can win. It gets in my head. I'm not gonna deny it. Letterboxd review.
Yep.
This is mine. By Ely, 4 stars. Hi everyone, I'm Amelia. She's about dark hair. Answers to Call of the Wild. Just kidding. I forgot her name, but if you see just let me know and tell me my name.
If you see, just tell me my name. That's the nice guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Mine is from Holly Amanda. Gave it a 4.5. Just call me Bong Joon's Ho.
Oh, this could be so many things.
Yeah.
Parasite?
No.
Snowpiercer?
Nope.
Okja?
Mm-mm.
Memories of Murder?
Yep.
It had to be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. To run through it. Yeah. Just call me Bong Joon's Ho.
That's awesome.
Because I feel the same way. That's why it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. Next up is Watch List. Pretty short one.
Mine is barren.
Yeah, mine's pretty barren too.
Yeah.
I have 3 films.
I have 1.
Oh, wow.
But I've been chunking away at Andor.
Your list is about as barren as my loins when I watch The Batman.
Oh my god, dude. That's totally dry.
Yeah. It looks like the Sahara Desert. You open up my sack while I'm watching The Batman, it's all out.
It's all gone, dude. Yeah.
One thing I watched, I went to theaters, saw Last Breath.
Ooh.
I've been excited to see this.
Yeah.
I love like dad movies that seem like they would have came out in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And this movie, when I saw the trailer, it reminded me of like The Guardian.
Yeah.
Movies like that. Like, I don't know, just being out in the sea on a boat and like something bad happens and you got to figure it out. I don't know what it was. I just saw this trailer and I was like, I'm seeing that.
That's weird because like was that one movie that I watched? The oil rig movie.
Deepwater Horizon.
Yeah. You seemed like you were very not interested at all whenever I got that. I was like, I'm going to watch this. You're like, you could have fun with that.
Well, I wouldn't buy a steelbook of it, and I don't really want to watch it again. That type of movie is what I'm talking about, but I think it's just because
like
it's Mark
movie.
Wahlberg. I think that's the reason I don't really want to.
Yeah.
Our oil rig exploded or something. I mean, I don't want to watch that. God damn. Oh, damn it, I got a foot cramp.
That's what you get, dude. I almost fucking shot out of my nose just now. Holy cow. I just took a drink of my beer. What do you say?
I timed it to do it right when you drink your beer.
Or like exploded or something.
Oh, man. Yeah, I watched Last Breath, and it was actually pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Woody Harrelson, Finn Cole, a.k.a. Michael from Peaky Blinders, and Shang-Chi.
Hell yeah.
And it's based on a real event. And it's also a documentary from 2019 called Last Breath. It's called the same thing, about like the real event. And they got the director of the documentary to make the movie.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so that's a pretty interesting thing that I don't know if I've seen before. And the best thing I can say about Last Breath is it may be one of the best paced movies I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. It's a pretty standard story. It's very to the point about what happens. There's not a lot of dramatization of it, Hollywoodizing it. It's very straightforward. But when the movie was ending, like, the movie centered around this event. Like, these divers are going down to work on this pipeline. Something goes wrong. And then the something goes wrong storyline came to a conclusion. And I was like, so what's the rest of the movie about? Like, that was what this movie was about. Is there some other storyline? And then it ended. And I was like, holy shit, it's over? Like, I thought we were halfway through, and the movie ends. And it had been 90 minutes.
Holy shit.
And I was like, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was just in a good mood or what, but it flew by. And it's really well made, like well shot. Everything looks real. It looks like they're underwater. They also don't light the ocean like a lot of movies do.
Yeah.
Because the ocean, believe it or not, is black.
Yeah,
If there's no lights, it's
scariest
pitch
thing
black.
in the world.
Yeah. So unless there was a flare on or like a headlamp, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
And so that made it scarier and it made it look more realistic. And the performances are good. And I just really fucked with it.
Yeah.
A really harmless movie that I would be surprised if anyone watched it and like really disliked it.
No, it sounds awesome.
It's a little like simple. Like there's not a lot of moving parts. It's a very straightforward movie, but if you're in the mood for it, I think it's worth the time.
Yeah, no, I like stuff like that.
Yeah. So I'm glad I watched it. That's my number 2 of the year behind Den of Thieves. Well, is it number 2 or Companion? I can't remember. Yeah, I put it over in Companion.
Dang.
So Den of Thieves, then Last Breath, then Companion is what I got right now. And then next I watched The Stuntman, which is a movie from 1980, directed by Richard Rush, who I had never heard of, but he impressed me.
Really?
In The Stuntman. The movie itself, I only gave a 3 because I didn't really like the characters. But the characters are a writing problem, not a directing problem.
Yeah.
And the direction is really fucking good. Like, really good. There's, like, so many split diopter shots. Made me come in my pants. The stunt work. It's a movie where they're filming a movie. And the story is it's a fugitive stumbles onto a movie set and pretends to be a stuntman so he can blend in and hide from the cops.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Kiss,
really
kiss,
cool
bang,
premise.
bang.
Yeah. It probably was inspiring Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And it's a really cool premise. And the stunt work is amazing. It reminded me of like Jackie Chan movies.
Oh my God, I'm so hard right now.
Yeah. The stunt work's really cool and the direction is amazing. But I just didn't like the characters. That's a big thing for me. And it might not bother some people. I know some people can watch movies with bad characters, but like if it looks really good and there's great, filmmaking going on, they don't care. I care though. It's a big deal to me, so it brought it down to a 3, but like with good character work, it would have been like a 4.5. Like it's really good outside of that. But,
Holy cow.
So I recommend it to people, especially if you don't like, or not that you don't like, but if it's not super important to you that the characters are great. The direction's really good, and it makes me want to watch Richard Rush's other movies because he's got some juice. He's got some hardcore juice.
I'm gonna add that to my watch list.
You should check it out. It's on Prime, I think.
Ooh.
I think that's where I watched it. Yeah, Prime and Peacock. And then the last thing I watched was Mulan. The classic Disney animated movies are a big blind spot for me. Ghibli and classic Disney animated movies are like my two big film blind spots. And like all the classic stuff, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah.
Aladdin, Pocahontas, all that stuff, haven't seen them. My parents didn't show them to me as a kid. I've seen Tarzan. I've seen Mulan now. Is that it? I mean,
You've seen the Lion
Brother
King,
Bear doesn't
haven't you?
count, I guess. I've seen The Lion King, yeah.
Yeah, Brother Bear's a part of that, but people don't really.
It's not like considered a classic.
Yeah,
I guess.
people don't really care about Brother Bear, which is insane.
Yeah, Iron Giant isn't Disney, I don't think. Or if
don't
it is
think so.
Disney, I don't think it's Disney. Yeah. So very few classic Disney animation I've seen, but I liked Mulan. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It didn't shoot a rocket out of my pants. And there's also a lot of songs, and I only thought one of them was good.
Yeah, that's the thing with Mulan.
Yeah, so
Once you get to the like higher end stuff like Beauty and the Beast, every song is fucking
really
awesome.
gassing up Beauty and the Beast.
Dude.
You better not be wrong. I'm gonna give you the old dirty.
If you watch Beauty, that's the thing though. I feel like Beauty and the Beast is gonna be, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna not like it, and it's gonna infuriate me. I feel like that's how it's gonna play out. But I love Beauty. I think aesthetically, with all the color and the design of everything, it looks fantastic. The animation looks great.
I need to check it out for sure.
Nobody does anything like Gaston. I mean, come on, dude.
I don't know what that means, but hell
Don't
yeah,
worry about it. Don't worry
sounds
about
awesome.
it. Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's it for my watch list.
All right.
What'd you check out?
Well, aside from Mulan, which I didn't put on my watch list because I fell asleep at the end, I have The Void, which I watched. And The Void was really cool. My biggest problem with it is that I think they bit off more than they could chew with the story. And they try to tell, I think, too much, there's too much story in the movie, if that makes any sense. Because the aesthetic of everything looks awesome. And there's this cult situation that's going on, and then it kind of unfolds into this cosmic horror situation. And I feel like if they had stuck with either the cult and maybe hinted at the cosmic horror stuff, that we would get more like a better movie. Because there's a couple characters, they wind up trapped in a hospital, and we only really know stuff about two of the characters in that hospital, which is a pretty big detriment to the story,
sounds
to the
like an
movie.
issue.
Yeah. I gave it a 3 because, again, visually it's awesome. If you go look at it on Letterboxd, like the backdrop picture is one of the cultists. And
The poster's really cool.
Yeah, they're in all white, and there's just a black triangle on their face, which I think is really cool. And I feel like if that was like, if it was a situation where they were trying to summon something and you don't really get to the bottom of it, maybe you do a second movie and you get to the bottom of it after you flesh out the characters, but you don't really care about a lot of the characters that, might meet their end. And you also don't understand the motivation of certain characters because they're not fleshed out properly. So there's situations where people do stuff that's weird because I don't understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And then the ending was kind of like, why'd you do that?
Ooh, bad ending.
Not a bad ending. It ended on like a point where it's like, all right. And they added this last little nugget. I'm like, dude, why'd you do that? You didn't have to do that. Stop it
that
where it
sucks.
stopped. You didn't have to add this extra thing. Like
The First Omen. Do you
kind
remember
of,
the ending of The First
kind
Omen?
of, yeah. When they like
They go
announced
to the cabin.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could have they could have just ended it. These events happened. They're over. But instead, they added a hint of like something else, and it's
Like a sequel.
not a sequel. Like something happens. It's kind of ambiguous of like you're not sure how things happen.
Is it like the end of BVS when the grave shakes dirt on top of it?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
That can be very hit or miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, no,
BVS,
leave it alone.
it's good. Like, it's a comic book movie. You want to give someone, like, kids are probably watching it, give them hope that there's going to be something good happening.
And they also already had filmed Justice League, so people knew that there was a Justice League movie coming out. You're not
that's
gonna leave
fine.
Superman
But a
dead.
horror movie, like,
Yeah.
it's fine if it ends the way it ended.
Yeah.
But, like, that's a movie that if someone with some talent remade would probably be really fucking awesome. Not that they're untalented, but someone that was, like, a little bit, could clean it up.
Yeah, if someone who didn't have shit for brains made it, then it probably would have been good.
No, and then the practical effects are awesome, too.
Hell yeah.
The practical effects were
It was in the 80s, right?
No.
Oh, we talked about this. It's
Yeah,
2016,
it was a
right?
2016 movie.
I see the poster for The Void, and I'm like, 80s movie. That's obviously an 80s movie. No, it's 2016.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
everything looks awesome. There's one design that I like the idea of, but I wish they had executed a little differently. But they get to a point where, like, it looks like they're in hell. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking awesome. And it feels like Silent Hill a little bit. I don't
That's
know if
cool.
you're familiar with Silent Hill.
I know the aesthetic a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
Is that your only watch?
Yep.
All right. We can get into... We'll start with our snubs, and then we'll just go into the Oscars.
Okay.
We'll alternate. My first snub could be on your list. Should be on your list.
I left off the obvious one so that you could... I didn't want to steal your thunder.
I don't know if you know what my obvious one is. My obvious one is Hans Zimmer for Interstellar.
Oh, I didn't do any scores.
Maybe you have shit for brains. I
I'll
don't
be
know.
honest with you. I thought Interstellar won best score.
It was nominated, which is good, but it didn't win. And it's the best score in
Who
the history
won?
of film. Alexandra Desplat for Grand Budapest, which
Oh
is a
my
good
God.
score.
Yeah,
I like
but-
that score a lot, but it's the best score of all. Interstellar's the best score of all time. So,
Never, dude. I never even thought about that. I'm
Yeah.
like, obviously Hans Zimmer wins every time.
no, they shaft him. They don't really give him shit. I think Dune might be his only win.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they glaze the shit out of John Williams, but they hate Hans Zimmer.
Holy cow, dude.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah. So that's my obvious pick. Hans Zimmer for Interstellar. That's my GOAT right there.
Well,
And he should have won.
yeah, no, that's definitely 100%. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Interstellar, I have Interstellar not winning Best Picture. They gave it to Birdman, which is a dude. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just not pretentious enough. Interstellar is a way better movie. Interstellar's Interstellar is a... This is going to sound like I'm being an asshole, but Interstellar is like a once-in-a-lifetime movie.
That sounds like you're being an asshole.
Like, it sounds like I'm being like... it sounds like artsy to me. Like, it sounds like weird, but...
It's not artsy to compliment Interstellar.
I don't know.
I can promise
it
you
sounds
that.
weird. I just like...
If anything, it makes us sound stupid and like we only watch blockbusters.
No, I love Interstellar. And when I'm watching it, I'm like, holy shit, dude. I can't believe someone made this.
This is
so
the peak of
incredible.
mankind.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
This movie is better than the invention of electricity.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
This guy's bigger than Thomas Edison. But
This is how the guy that invented sliced bread felt when he invented sliced bread.
yeah.
He felt like he was watching Interstellar.
Yeah. But Birdman, not even on the same caliber.
Bad time.
dude.
Okay,
Not even
time at
close.
best.
Yeah, it's all right. I think I gave it like a positive score because it is like Michael Keaton's good and there's some good.
It's creative.
It's creative. There's like big wonders that happen.
Yeah, the whole thing's a winner pretty much. But yeah, Interstellar definitely should have won. 2014 had some bangers. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to give it to like a Planet of the Apes movie because that's too blockbuster.
But they could have nominated Andy Serkis.
Yeah, for sure.
That should have happened.
Yeah,
Which I don't have on my list, but I thought about it. If I had like a top 10, maybe I would have went there. But shout out to Andy.
Yeah.
That's my GOAT. Next up, Ryan Gosling for The Nice Guys. Best Actor,
Heck yeah.
2016. You could have given it to him for La La Land, but I think he's better in The Nice Guys. That's no shade to La La Land. I think La La Land's his second best performance. He's amazing, but I think The Nice Guys is his best performance, and he should have won Best Actor. And it did go to Casey Affleck, which I do think Ryan Gosling was better, but Casey Affleck was probably the third best performance behind Ryan's two performances. It was probably the third best performance. So I'm happy it went to him instead of someone that's dog shit, because he's incredible in Manchester by the Sea, and it was well deserved. But it should have been Ryan.
Yeah, I was going to do that. I figured.
Was that the obvious one you were talking about?
I didn't do anything for the Batman or the Nice Guys because I figured you'd have stuff on both of those. But I did look into that, and I went down a rabbit hole of like comedic performances that were just completely shafted, because obviously the Oscars doesn't take comedy seriously.
Comedy and horror, they do not.
Yeah,
care
they
about.
don't give a fuck about them at all. And I was like, that's wild. And then obviously La La Land has the edge because he's singing. Like the
Singing and dancing
same
adds
deal
a lot.
with like
Cynthia
Wicked.
Erivo.
Yeah, it's like you're just such a talented person.
Yeah,
It's got nothing to do with the like I guess it does have something to do with the performance, but it's got nothing to do with acting.
it's two added skills that you're doing in your acting.
Yeah,
Singing and dancing.
yeah. So I was like torn on. I was like, damn, which one is better?
Yeah,
But I think it's harder to be funny
definitely.
than it is to like a lot of people can sing, but not a lot of people are funny.
Yeah.
So I agree with the Nice
If you take the
Guys.
singing and dancing out of it, which is a different discussion, but if you're looking at just his scenes of acting as Seb, I think he's much better at acting as Holland March.
Yeah.
So
I do like the Casey Affleck one though. If it couldn't go to him,
exactly. Yeah.
especially since it's like for the most part, it's a very reserved, closed off performance that is a performance that people normally don't respect. Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
Yeah. What's yours?
My next one, and this is the one that I have found, which is crazy, but Tommy Lee Jones won Best Supporting Actor for The Fugitive over Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Val Kilmer in Tombstone, and Ray Fiennes in Schindler's List.
Wow.
I've seen The Fugitive once. I'm sure Tommy Lee Jones was great, but he's
wow.
not Ray Fiennes. He is not Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday, and he is not fucking.
It should have been Leo.
It really should.
From what I've seen, it should have
especially
been
since he
Leo.
was like 12
Yeah.
and doing basically what Tom Hanks, what you just gave an award to Tom Hanks to
Yeah.
as a fucking kid.
Yeah.
Holy,
It should have
mackerel.
been Leo for sure.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Yeah, fucking, that's crazy.
Yeah, that sucks ass.
Yeah.
I hate when you look back at old Oscar wins and they give it to shit that like no one even remembers exists anymore.
Yeah.
Like the King's Speech winning over The Social Network
Yeah,
or Inception, like anything like actually culturally relevant.
yeah. There was one like that.
They gave The Artist Best Picture in like 2011 over like Django and
Some random movie. Life is Beautiful. I'd never heard of this. I think Life is Beautiful. The Best Actor went to the guy from that over.
I've heard it's really good.
I've heard, but I think he beat out, like, I don't think Jim Carrey was nominated for Truman Show at all. I think that was the same year.
I think those are years apart.
Are they?
I think Life is Beautiful is 97 and Truman Show's 98. They could both be 98.
They're both 98.
Okay.
So, yeah. I don't think Jim Carrey was even nominated for The Truman Show.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But that's another one that's a comedic. Like, really, if you look at any comedic performance, they're not going to give him anything.
Was he nominated for Eternal Sunshine?
I don't think so.
Damn. I didn't even
I'm
research
not
it.
100%, but I know, like, Truman Show, for sure he wasn't nominated, and I don't think he was for Man on the Moon.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Didn't Sandler got shafted too?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, of course, probably.
That's crazy. My next one, Matt Reeves, the Batman, Best Director.
Yep.
It went to the Daniels for Everything Everywhere. which they did do a really good job directing that movie, but this is the Batman we're talking about. This is Matthew Jonathan Reeves, and it's so obviously the best directed film of that year.
Yeah.
It's a flawlessly directed film, and
I loved Everything Everywhere, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not the Batman, dude.
Yeah, it's
any other year, sure. Not the Batman.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I could make an entire like what I said about the fuck do we say? Heat winning every category. Like, I think the Batman should have won. Like, there's very few categories I wouldn't have given it to the Batman for. Best director, maybe best actor for Robert Pattinson. I'd have to check again who was that year.
I don't remember.
But that was the Brendan Fraser, Austin Butler year, so I'd give it to him over both of those. But that's just my opinion, man.
Well, that was the year that Brendan Fraser won?
Yeah. Which I think Austin Butler should have won over Brendan, but I think Robert Pattinson should have won over Austin. But could be me being opinionated, but I think
I agree with that, dude. But that's another one of those like Casey Affleck type roles in Manchester, like a very closed off, quiet role.
They want to see you yelling and screaming and crying. They don't want to see you be sad.
They want to see you do that in certain movies.
Yeah.
Only in certain movies.
Yeah, not in a comic book movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd give it like it should have won best score. It should have won best score in cinematography.
Yeah.
Best picture, I mean, obviously it's my best picture, but I understand them not wanting to give it to it, but it really should have won cinematography and score. They gave score to All Quiet,
which is so dumb, dude.
Such a
that sounds like
score.
Something I would do, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What is it? The Carls?
Yeah.
Not the Oscars? What the hell?
Yeah.
I can't remember who won cinematography. I can't remember.
Did the Batman win anything?
No, it didn't win anything, but it was nominated for something.
Not even like costumes and stuff?
Oh, let me check what it was nominated for. I gotta know. That's a piece of information that I need to know.
Well, while you search that, do you want me to go over my next one? Or do you want me to wait?
Just give me 1 second. I'll get this over with. The Batman Oscar nominations. The Batman was nominated for 3 awards: Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Sound, and Best Visual Effects.
Wow.
I really didn't know it was nominated 3 times. That's more than I thought. Best visual effects is cool. Best sound. I didn't really know it got that much love, honestly. 3 noms.
It's crazy that movie, we're surprised, got just 3 nominations.
Yeah, I just expect
that's crazy.
I just expect the Academy to be complete just
morons.
tards.
Yeah.
And best sound makes me happy because it has incredible sound. The Batmobile startup is worthy of a best sound nomination on its own.
So cool.
Yeah, but I'd give it to like every category for
yeah, I would have had it like Oppenheimer style, just fucking execution. Dude.
Yeah. There's 23 awards. It would have gotten 23
yeah.
awards. It would have gotten 23 Oscars that night. Yeah, that's my third one.
My next one is Toni Collette not winning Best Actress for Hereditary.
That's a good one.
Olivia Colman got it for The Favorite.
Eesh.
No.
Eesh.
Listen, guys, I know that I don't like what's his
Yorgos.
name? Yorgos. There's people that like him. I get that.
Actually, it's Jorgos.
Jorgos.
Yeah.
There's people that like him. I know. That's whatever.
Whatever
but
floats your whatever tunes your guitar.
You're telling me that I Am Your Mother is not better than anything that goes on in The Favorite?
Yeah.
Come on, pal.
Yeah. And then, Olivia Colman's up there giving her speech, her acceptance speech, and I just can't stop seeing Toni Collette's face on her face.
Face on her face. I just like, you have someone that's acting out receiving oral sex and someone that's pretending to be possessed, and I believe it.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah, the other one.
Last time I checked, Olivia Colman didn't cut her head off with piano wire and then float into a treehouse, so What the fuck are we doing here?
That's just the way the cookie crumbled, man. No, dude, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's awful.
The fucking I would be exhausted if I did like 20 minutes of what Tony did in Hereditary.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. That's
Not
an
possible.
awful miss by them.
But it's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie, so it's ineligible.
Yeah.
It can't win. Unless it's The Substance, then you can get nominated for everything.
Yeah, but that's like,
which I'm happy about, but why is now we're
we're
now turning the table on horror movies. And,
well, I think because The Substance felt like political a little bit with like, you know, it being like a Hollywood director and then kicking the girl to the side.
I think they only
versus like Hereditary is just like demonic possession.
I think they only allowed The Substance to get nominations because it's not like your typical horror movie with very dark and like visually dark. The Substance is like it takes place in LA and is very bright and horror movies are typically very dark and like they'll have some demonic stuff or like they're not nominating a slasher, but The Substance was like so different that it's still a horror, but it's like the type of horror that they can accept for some reason.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy that it did get some love because I think The Substance is awesome. But my fourth one, the name of the company's Video Production News, a professional news gathering service. That's how it should be read, and that's how it should be said.
Hell yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal for Nightcrawler, Best Actor, should have won in 2014, but he lost to Edward Redmayne for The Theory of Everything.
Theory of Everything. That's on my list too, dude.
Jake Gyllenhaal
for Nightcrawler.
That's heinous.
I haven't seen Theory of Everything, and I felt kind of bad putting it on the list because I have heard that he's really good in that, and it's probably like a tough thing to do. It's kind of like My Left Foot when he's like becoming, he's getting sick throughout, but I think that's being a psychopath is a lot harder.
Yeah, I don't need to see The Theory of Everything to know I prefer Jake Gyllenhaal's performance.
Being a complete lunatic,
it's
a lot harder.
Yeah,
dude.
Being like completely different, like Jake Gyllenhaal, outside of like Nightcrawler, he typically plays the cool guy. Like in Prisoners, he's the cool detective. In Southpaw, he's a fucking boxer. He's known for playing these like cool guy roles. Source Code, he was the same way. He's a cool like cop. And oh fuck, another foot cramp. But in Nightcrawler, he lost a bunch of weight and became this like weird, like psychopathic person.
Yeah,
and it's so different. It's such a different role than you normally see from him. And he was just so. Like, he had so many mannerisms, like Lou Bloom mannerisms that he just created that you can see a picture and just instantly know that's Lou Bloom.
Yeah.
And I just think it's one of the best performances of all time and absolutely love it. And it should have won.
No, that one, and then Javier Bardem in No Country is another one that I'm like,
did he get nominated?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Actually, no, I think No Country was nominated. I'll look it up.
I was talking about his performance.
Yeah, best supporting actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. That's crazy.
Well, he should have.
Yeah, if not, he definitely should have.
Yeah.
And he should have won probably.
Yeah. Imagine he gave his acceptance speech as
as Anton.
Yeah, Anton Chigurh.
This award, thank you, friendo.
My last one is Christian Bale for American Psycho.
Ooh,
obviously something that would never happen.
Yeah,
obviously it's way too dark of a movie, way too just out there.
Yeah,
the Oscars typically don't associate themselves with like not sketchy, but like inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, extreme stuff like that.
Anora was sort of a new thing for them. It seems like something they would kind of shun, but they actually didn't this year. But obviously, the American Psycho is something that's not going to get love at the Oscars, but it is one of the best performances of all time, and it easily. Now the thing is with this one is that the winner that year was awesome.
Who won?
Russell Crowe for Gladiator. So it pains me to, have to replace Russell Crowe in Gladiator because I think that's an awesome win.
Yeah,
Like that's incredible.
So awesome.
It doesn't seem that's another one that doesn't really seem like something they
huge
would
blockbuster
do.
like that.
But that's an awesome win. But Christian Bale is much better. He's so much better as Patrick Bateman than Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
So as much as I love Gladiator and I love Russell Crowe, it's not even close to me. So
Yeah.
I think he definitely should have won.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I do like that is tough. But I think as far as being someone you're not at your core, well, Christian Bale.
We don't know.
Christian Bale might be that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think American Psycho gets it. Yeah, for sure.
Easily, yeah.
My last one is Saving Private Ryan losing to Shakespeare in Love. Dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? That's horrible. That sounds like a joke.
Yeah, that's awful.
When we were watching the Oscars, I texted you and was like, bro, brand new man losing. This place is rigged.
Better Man.
Better man losing. The
Yeah.
whole thing is rigged.
Yeah,
that sounds like that
dude,
joke.
Dune 2 losing Dune 2 losing to Better Man. I knew this thing was rigged.
Yeah. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan. Wow. That's crazy.
That's absolutely nuts right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I actually looked up that one in a panic because I was like, this probably won everything that year. Nope.
Really?
I mean, I won some stuff. I think I don't remember what awards it won, but it's definitely better than I don't know what the fuck Shakespeare in Love is, but it's better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you don't make the rules.
Fucking bottom of my shoe is better than that movie, dude. No, I don't know, but still.
But yeah, do you have more?
No, that was it.
Okay.
I thought I had more, but I guess not.
Okay. Yeah, that's my top 5 personal Oscar snubs. And I could do 30 of those. There's so many.
That's so easy.
Basically anything I like didn't win an Oscar.
Yeah.
It's very rare that something that I actually love won an Oscar.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much all my favorite shit.
I know Big Hero 6 won Best Animated Feature over Song of the Sea.
That's a good follow-up question while we're here, if you can think of it. What's your favorite thing that's won an Oscar? It could have been a performance or a movie or a director.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm going through my favorite movies, and not many of them have won Oscars.
I mean, Oppenheimer was a sweep, but that's a movie that would get a sweep.
Yeah. I think
Parasite's a big one.
I think my personal favorite win is probably Heath Ledger.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I feel like if he hadn't passed, they probably wouldn't have gave it to him.
Well, maybe, but he got it.
Yeah, he got it. That is the coolest.
That's got to be the performance that my highest rated Oscar winning performance, basically.
Yeah.
My favorite performance. Do you have one?
I'd have to look. I'm not sure. Honestly, after you said it, probably Russell Crowe for Gladiator. That does not seem like it would have won Best Actor. Heath Ledger's huge.
I think my number 2 would be Nolan winning Best Director for Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I kind of like I said, I'm glad that Oppenheimer stole everything, but because I love Oppenheimer, but I also expected that to be a movie that
Well,
they
why,
would.
how does expecting it change anything?
Well, like I wouldn't expect them to do, because then it's like it feels like more special almost. Like I would never have thought that they would do a performance in a comic book movie as a best actor, but they did,
I guess.
which is like really really cool. But yeah, Oppenheimer.
I just mean like, what's your favorite thing that won an Oscar?
oh,
So if Oppenheimer's one of
Yeah.
your favorite things,
there's a decent amount then. Oppenheimer, Gladiator, Heath Ledger's Joker. Fucking Parasite was cool that they did that.
yeah, but like Parasite's not in my top 50 movies.
Yeah, I think a decent amount of my top movies won Oscars. Rocky.
Yeah,
Rocky's big.
yours sure did. Mine not so much. I like a lot of blockbusters. Sue me. You
Yeah.
know? Lord of the Rings,
There you go.
they fucking cleaned house on Return of the King.
Very much.
They won like
deserved. dude.
fucking 12 Oscars or something crazy. Anyways,
That might be the biggest, dude. Anytime there's like a period piece, like a fantasy movie that wins, I'm like, holy
yeah,
cow.
this is awesome.
That might be like the only one.
Yeah. But we'll go ahead and get into the Oscars recap from last night. I'll just go down, list off every award who won. Best original score went to The Brutalist, which I'm not too upset about. I don't think there's like a clear standout in this category. The nominees were Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. I love Wicked, but I don't feel particularly strong about the score. I think the music's good, but that's not what this award is. I didn't see Amelia Perez. That even if I did, I doubt I'd want it to win.
Yeah.
So it would be between The Brutalist, Conclave, and The Wild Robot. And The Brutalist score is pretty good.
I would based on the movies I've seen, because I haven't seen Brutalist, Conclave, or Amelia, I would give it to Wild Robot.
The Wild Robot score was one of the better parts for
Yeah.
me. But yeah, I don't mind that at all. Best international feature, didn't really see any of those, but it went to I'm Still Here. I'm just gonna skip the shorts. I'm sorry, we just didn't watch them.
We tried. We gave it the.
I tried to watch the one about the bald guys.
Yeah,
and
Beautiful Men.
I couldn't find it. It's not on YouTube, and you can't rent it anywhere, so we just couldn't see
I
it.
even tried to do the old fucking sneak around.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find it.
Yeah. But best visual effects went to Dune 2.
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go. We're on the board.
That's what it's all about.
Only 22 more to go.
Yep.
Then we'll be satisfied. Dune 2
Oh
didn't
yeah,
have
I
a great
forgot
night.
the Dune 2 score couldn't be nominated.
Yeah.
What
But every
the
Star Wars
fuck,
scores gets
dude?
nominated.
What
Every
the
fucking
hell?
Star Wars score that sounds the exact fucking same. God, they just hate Hans Zimmer fucked someone's wife on the Academy. On the
dude, have you
board
seen
on
him?
the board of voters, he fucked someone's wife. They hate him.
Yeah.
They fucking hate him. I can't stand them.
He took some guy's guitar, shredded it,
He went
and then yeah. And then his wife just fucking
and he handed him
exploded.
his guitar back, and the strings were on fire. He was like, "Dude, I got to get a new guitar now. I'm gonna make sure you never win
Here
shit."
you go, pal. You can't use this again.
Yeah.
I fucked your shit.
But yeah, I'm glad Dune 2 won some fucking something.
Yeah.
And it did have really good visual effects, so I mean, hey, I'll take it. Best sound also went to Dune 2.
That's 100%.
Obviously, it should be.
Dude, the 0G sequence.
Oh,
Come on.
come on.
It sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah, that's the best shit of all time.
Yeah.
I'm really glad Dune 2 won. That's the only 2 wins of the night for them, unfortunately. You know, can't get them all right, I guess, but we'll take it. Documentaries, didn't watch those. Best original song, did not see any of these movies, so we'll skip that. But it was one of Amelia Perez's 2 wins.
Yeah.
Which I will say, if I had to pick 2 things for it to win, I'm glad it won those, because we haven't got to it yet, but one of them was Zoe Saldana, and I
Yeah.
like her. And I'm sure she's good in the movie. And so if it was going to win something, I'd rather it be acting.
Yeah.
And then it was original song, which as a category I have not seen anything from, so I'm not like oh, it went over this.
Yeah.
It's like I don't really know any of them. But the people that have seen Amelia Perez say like the song they picked wasn't even like one of the better songs in the movie, so it's like confusing why that won. But I'll take their word for it.
Yeah.
Best production design went to Wicked.
Woo!
Which if I had my hand in the cookie jar and I'm picking what would win, it'd be Dune 2.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna overthink it. It sounds boring giving it to everything to one movie, but when the movie's that good, and it's also like I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna give like best supporting actor to Javier Bardem. Like I know he shouldn't win that.
Yeah.
But best production design, like the
aesthetic
production
of Dune
design
2
of Dune 2 is
insane.
Ridiculous, dude.
That
It
big
is-
fucking reflective pool in the caves.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. The little the scene at the end where they built those steps that the Emperor's on,
Oh god.
and he goes in there and he kills the fucking Baron. Like,
Yeah.
it's just gorgeous. The place they designed where Paul and Feyd-Rautha fight
I was gonna
at
say
the
the
end with the
duel.
sunset.
Oh my
like
God. Yeah.
it should have won. But if it couldn't, it should have went to Nosferatu. And if that couldn't, then I'm happy Wicked won. It'd be third. for me. It does have some really gnarly production design.
In my head, I lean more toward Wicked than Nosferatu.
Really?
And this is me being dumb, but I think it's because Wicked has like this fantasy aspect to it. And anytime you're making stuff that like obviously the 1800s doesn't exist now. We're now, but like anytime you can build stuff that like never existed before, like the fucking in that clip they showed the head to like Oz's head. Which
Yeah, that was
I
really
thought
cool.
that was fucking CGI. I didn't realize they
Oh
built
yeah,
that.
they built that.
And I was like that, and then we talked about the train when
yeah.
we watched
that
Wicked,
$2
I was
million
like,
train.
yeah, when you're building stuff like that, I think that's cooler in my head than like if you did a set for like 1800s London. But that's probably wrong. That's just the way I think.
Yeah. I think I'd prefer Nosferatu's production design a little bit, but those three are all really good, and you know, I would have given it to Dune 2, but I'm happy Wicked won there.
Yeah.
Best film editing was Anora. And that's what's interesting about this Oscars is it's the first time one person has won 4 Oscars in a night. And that sounds like, what do you mean? Like, there's been movies that won like 13. But it's because Oscars go to specific people.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So, like, Oppenheimer won a shit ton last year. But Christopher Nolan only got 2 because he got Best Director and Best Picture.
Yeah.
And, like, screenplay, that goes to the writer,
Yeah.
which Christopher Nolan would have gotten if he won Best Screenplay, but they gave it to someone else. But screenplay goes to the writer, and cinematography, if that wins, that goes to the cinematographer. Best editing goes to the editor. So, yeah, Oppenheimer won 8 awards or whatever it won, 10, but Christopher Nolan got 2. And Sean Baker last night got 4.
Yeah.
And
he just does everything.
that's the most ever because he directed it, and he wrote it, and he edited it.
Yeah.
Which, directors editing their own movies, I've never seen that happen before ever. Like, I could be missing someone, I could not know, but that never happens. Editing is such a tedious, long process that you want to pay someone to do it for you. Like, you do not want to do that yourself.
Yeah.
So Sean Baker's always edited his movies, and that's really fucking cool. And it's really cool that he won best editing for it, while not even being like a full-time editor.
Yeah, he just does it for himself.
He did everything. So I know we haven't gotten to it yet, but I feel like we might as well bring it up now while we're talking about it. But yeah, Sean Baker, I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for Sean Baker. He won 4 Oscars. He won Best Picture. He won Original Screenplay. And he won Editing and Best Director.
That's nuts, dude.
That's absolutely crazy.
What a psycho.
And Sean Baker, while I'm a fan of him, I'm really big fan of him as a person. I think he's a really cool guy. He's a big supporter of independent cinema, and he's always trying to put upcoming filmmakers on the map, tell people to go to movies, and keep theaters alive. And he's just really in love with movies. And even though I may not be as high on his movies as like other people, I really like Anora, and I really like The Florida Project. But some people think The Florida Project's like 5-star masterpiece, best A24 movie, and I'm just not like quite as high.
Yeah.
But I really like it, and I really like his way of making movies where they're like barely scripted, and he kind of just goes out there with a camera and like naturally gets the performances he wants and the stories he's trying to tell. And I just have a lot of respect for him. And when you think about like the alternate universe that could have been last night, with Amelia Perez winning everything, or The Brutalist winning everything. Like, I know you haven't seen it, but if every category was going to The Brutalist and I had to go up there and see Brady Corbet give a speech on Best Director, like, I'd be very unhappy.
Yeah. It's also crazy because Anora is predominantly, well, I guess not predominantly, but it's like a comedy.
Yeah, it's a comedy, and it's about a sex worker. That's like two things that the Oscars like typically wouldn't want to get involved in. But I think it just makes me so happy seeing Sean Baker have this much success with an independent movie that costs $6 million.
That's
competing and just fucking cleaning house.
Yeah.
That's really
took their fucking lunch money, dude.
Really cool to me. Anora wasn't my favorite movie of the year, but it was one of my favorites. And obviously, in a perfect world, Dune 2 sweeps. But this is so much better than what could have happened. Amelia Perez winning, or The Brutalist winning a bunch of shit, or Conclave. Like, I'm really happy.
People seem to have really loved Conclave, though.
I'm in the minority with not liking it.
I feel like Amelia Perez is the most diverse out of everything, of people like hating it and people liking it.
Everyone pretty much hates it.
Okay, yeah. But like, I feel like a lot of people like Conclave.
Conclave's very well received. Brutalist is very well received.
Yeah.
I'm the weirdo. I'm the guy that doesn't like them, but yeah, Anora, very happy that it won all the awards it did. Very well deserved. Very good look for the Oscars, too.
Yeah.
It's hinting that they could be broadening their horizons a little bit. That, paired with the Substance winning some stuff and getting nominated for some stuff, like, they're trending in a good direction. They need to stop snubbing Denis Villeneuve. But other than that, there were some good things.
Yeah.
There were some good things last night.
I think my favorite for screenplay was The Substance.
I feel like it had to be The Substance or Anora, probably.
Yeah, that was basically the two.
Yeah. Best makeup and hairstyling went to The Substance. Very awesome.
Yep.
That's who I wanted. If it couldn't have gone to them, I would have given it to Nosferatu.
Yeah.
But I think it does. It's the standout of the movie.
Yeah.
Is the makeup and hairstyling.
Did you think, was Anora your pick for editing?
Yeah, we didn't really even talk about the editing. I have a hard time with editing.
I was just
when
about
I think
to say
about
that.
editing, I guess I think more so about pacing. I think about what's the best paced movie of the year, because I think that's what editing does. Bad editing, it'll be paced really badly, and great editing will be paced really well. But there's a lot of like intricacies to editing that like.
Yeah, I feel like. Well, my problem is I appreciate it more when I don't notice the editing at all. When you do as little as possible.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. The editing in Anora wasn't something... Editing's just, like, never really something that sticks out to me. I notice pacing a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a big pacing person. But editing itself, like, the amount of cuts you're using in between a scene, I'm just not really... It's not something I really notice much.
If it's pacing, then fucking Dune 2.
If it was pacing, if there was a pacing award... Let me pull up last year's list. I don't want to forget anything. That would be a cool Oscar to create.
Yeah, best film pacing.
Yeah, best film pacing, but I'd best pacing I would give to Saturday Night.
Oh my god, yeah.
In
I
and
forgot
Out
about that.
just blows right by.
Yeah.
That's what I'd give it to.
It also feels like so raw.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like a guy it just has a camera is following them around.
Yeah.
But
I'd give it to...
I don't know if that's like what I don't know if that equates to good editing.
That's true. I mean, it could just be like a really short and sharp screenplay.
Yeah, it could just be like very guerrilla-esque like filming.
I feel like to be able to accurately crown best editing, I feel like you have to also have the screenplays and see what was in the script and what wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'd say it should have went to Saturday Night or Snack Shack for pacing.
Yeah.
The Gabriel Bell double feature.
Oh my god, come on.
Dude, they don't deserve that. The Oscars...
No, they're not ready for it.
They don't deserve double Gabe Labe.
No, you can't handle it.
No.
Dude.
Yeah, best editing, Honora. Makeup and hairstyling. Adapted screenplay was Conclave, which I'm really sad I didn't get to see Sing Sing, because I'm sure I would have loved it.
Yeah. Sing Sing, out of all the movies that they showed that like I hadn't seen, Sing Sing looked like it would be the coolest.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't see Sing Sing, but the other options were Complete Unknown, Amelia Perez, and Nickel Boys. So it's definitely between Conclave or Unknown. But I'd probably give it to Conclave, even though I gave Conclave a 2 and I gave Complete Unknown a 3.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just can't praise the script to Complete Unknown. I just can't do it. I just can't give it an award.
Yeah.
I don't think the script was like the bad thing about Conclave, but I don't necessarily know what the bad thing about Conclave was,
Probably just
other than being boring.
It's about something you don't really care about.
But like the concept of a bunch of cardinals being sequestered and having to figure out who the next pope is, and they can't leave until they do, and then there's a bunch of like politics and like backstabbing, like that sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. There's just something about it.
I'm gonna have to give it the old college try and see what's going on.
Yeah. Even though I spoiled the ending for you.
Take a peek under the hood.
Yeah. But I'm not mad at Conclave.
That's kind of
screenplay.
a double joke.
What?
Take a peek under the hood.
Conclave. Under the hood. Oh.
There you go.
Cardinals wear hoods.
No. If I explain it, it'll spoil Conclave. So we'll move on. Are you sure?
Now I get it.
Okay.
Pulling the old sleepaway camp on me. If out of the nominees, I'm cool with Conclave winning, but it should have been Dune 2.
Yeah.
Anyways, best original screenplay went to Honora, and that's what I would have given it to, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have gone Substance, but obviously the second is Honora.
But the other thing, like we were just talking about, I'm assuming... Well, yeah, the Oscar voters, they have the physical screenplays.
Yeah,
because I was gonna say, Honora seems like a movie that's not very scripted. So
yeah.
I feel like when people are praising a screenplay, they're more so praising the dialogue, and that's a little tricky with Honora. But I guess if they voted it to win, that means they had the script and they saw like, a lot of it was actually written out.
Yeah.
Or else they wouldn't have voted for it. But I'm definitely happy that won. That would have probably been my pick out of like everything.
I think it was your pick. When we did our own little Scoopies, you gave it to Honora.
I'd probably give it to Honora or Evil Does Not Exist. Or I Saw the TV Glow, one of those. But yeah, really happy with it's much better than the other options, other than the substance. I would have been happy with the substance.
Yeah.
Winning. But yeah, I think Anora is probably the right choice. Best costume design was Wicked. That's awesome. Awesome as shit. Like I said, probably would have been Dune 2 if it was me voting. But not mad at all.
Yeah, the problem with the Dune 2, I feel like, is because they wear a lot of the same stuff from Dune 1. I don't know if Dune 1 won for best costume or anything, but if it if Dune 1 won the best costume initially,
they don't want to give it to it again.
I don't think I would give it to him again just because there wasn't like a lot of cool new stuff. There was some new stuff that was cool. But you have an edge when you can do an entire movie full of new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of the costuming wasn't that extravagant outside of Princess Irulan.
Yeah, you got that.
Her outfits were insane.
If
everyone in the movie looked like her, it should have won. But they kept it pretty calm on the costumes.
And then the hover guys looked really cool.
Yeah. The Sardaukar, they looked awesome as hell. But Wicked's probably the first
one. The Sardaukar was in the first one.
Yeah, and they're in the first one, yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe that's why it wasn't nominated. Maybe if it's like a sequel and you're reusing costumes, you can't be nominated again. I don't know. But yeah, Wicked winning for that was awesome. Wicked sweep. Best animated short, didn't see it. Animated feature went to Flow, which was...
That was my pick.
Yeah, which it seemed like the consensus prediction was The Wild Robot.
I thought they were going to give it to The Wild Robot, but my favorite to pick was Flow. I just didn't think they would give it to Flow.
I haven't seen Flow, but everyone that has seen it loves it.
Yeah, Flow made me walk down The Wild Robot.
I'm sure it's great.
Flow and Boss Baby.
This is a win for me, even though I haven't seen it, because this means The Wild Robot didn't win. And I'm The Wild Robot's #1 op.
Yeah, dude.
I hate The Wild Robot. I wake up every morning and I do 14 sit-ups thinking about how much I hate The Wild Robot.
Yeah.
And it's not because I hate it. I actually gave it a 2.5, but I hate how good people say it is when it's not. It's an okay movie that people think is great. And that makes my blood boil.
No, I thought I was one of those people. I really liked how I felt initially after watching it. I was like, that was awesome. And then I watched like Flow and Boss Baby.
You're like, oh, this is what good movies are.
No, I was like, I had a lot more fun watching these movies. And then Flow also is like so creative. There's no dialogue in Flow at all.
It's also a foreign film and a independent film.
Which I didn't know any of that. I just saw like it's like a crazy world that they build. I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And it was Logan's favorite for the animated feature too. She had seen Wild Robot and Flow, and
the Wild Robot was a big production. It had a big budget, and it had Lupita Nyong'o and Pedro Pascal, and I just much rather Flow win.
The animation of Flow also was awesome.
Hell yeah. Best cinematography went to The Brutalist, and that is incorrect.
Yeah. It's Dune 2.
They goofed a little bit on this one because it was quite obviously Greg Fraser's award that was pried from his meaty claws.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's actually insane.
I haven't seen The Brutalist, but
You don't need to.
Well, there's a picture that I do think is really cool of like a shot from the movie, I'm assuming. It's like an upward-looking shot of Adrian Brody, and it looks like there's like fire, like some kind of ember, like maybe he's smoking a cigarette or something.
Yeah, he's smoking in front of a fire.
That's a cool picture.
Yeah, there's some good shots in The Brutalist. I mean, if Dune 2 didn't come out last year, maybe I wouldn't be that upset about it, but Dune 2 came out last year.
No,
so,
it's 100% Dune 2.
Like, every shot of Dune 2 looks like a
incredible.
painting.
Yeah.
It looks like you could hang it on your wall. It's absolutely stunning.
It's got the Blade Runner 2049 sickness, dude.
Yeah, I can't believe they shafted Greg so hard.
Did they win for Dune 1? I think they
I don't
did.
remember.
I feel like they did.
I don't remember.
I feel like they're just trying to keep Dune 2, like...
They
like
don't wanna...
Dune 1 did really good. They're like, you can't do this twice.
Yeah. Even though they kind of did that with Lord of the Rings, but, who's counting?
Yeah.
It should have been Greg. That fucking sucks. But Best Director went to Sean Baker. Out of the options, I'm very happy. Out of the options, that's who I would have picked. But it's quite obviously Denis Villeneuve's award.
Yeah.
I don't know what...
Why'd they not... Did he get nominated?
He did not get nominated.
What the fuck,
But you know who did?
Dude?
James Mangold. And Jacques Audiard for Amelia Perez.
Oh, lordy
The
me.
director of Amelia Perez got nominated for Best Director instead of Denis Villeneuve for Dune 2.
Yeah.
That might be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. That should have been on my fucking Oscar snub list, dude.
That
what the fuck?
Is actually like the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How in God's name could you possibly do that?
Dude, I don't know.
That's like
Even
if I sit in front of you, you're sitting at a dinner table, and I go to the finest steakhouse in your city, and I buy you a filet mignon cooked medium rare, and I set it right in front of you. And then right next to it, I set a Whopper. And you picked a Whopper. That's what happened here.
I want you guys to listen.
Honestly, a Whopper might be generous for what Amelia Perez is.
It might be just the steak and then a piece of shit.
It's like a ketchup packet versus a filet mignon. That's what's going on,
dude. If you had to quantify my intellect, right, my IQ, let's say it's at like a 40
out of 9 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
This pick is someone with an IQ of like 4.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than the guy that made this decision.
Yeah.
I want you guys to think about that for a second. Think about how scary that is.
That's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
They
got Daniel Larson to make that call.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But out of the nominations, I'm really glad Sean Baker won. That's really cool. Best Supporting Actress went to Zoe Saldana. And she's the only performance I didn't see on this list.
Who else was nominated?
Ariana Grande for Wicked, Felicity Jones for The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown. And I don't feel passionate about really any of the performances, but I would have gone probably with Ariana Grande.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have picked Ariana.
I haven't seen Amelia Perez, but I don't doubt Zoe Saldana is really good in it. But
she's a really good actress.
I'd go Ariana from what I saw.
I'll be honest with you. Now that I think about it, I don't think I would have gone with Honora for cinematography. I think they wouldn't have been my second pick for, like, after Dune 2. If I couldn't get to Dune 2, I think I put Substance over Honora.
Oh, I'd go Nosferatu.
Yeah, Nosferatu too. Over Honora.
Oh, it didn't win cinematography.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, Honora won cinematography.
No, it
wait,
didn't.
what won cinematography?
The Brutalist.
Brutalist? Oh, what did we just do that Honora won?
Best Director?
Oh, is that what we just did?
Yeah.
The fuck am I thinking about? Maybe I just stuck on cinematography. All right, continue on.
Best Supporting Actor was Kieran Culkin.
Love that.
Everyone knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I love that win, but... Well, out of the nominees, I love that win, but I still think it should have been Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Nosferatu meat rider. I just think that performance is crazy.
It also feels a lot more transformative than, like, we joke about it, but Kieran Culkin is just Kieran Culkin.
Yeah. I feel like Bill Skarsgård winning is sort of similar to, like, Brendan Fraser winning for The Whale.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you got a lot of makeup on, but, like, you're a completely different person.
Not to mention, like, the voice, everything about that performance. Like, You can watch that entire movie and not
You
realize.
No, I wouldn't know that. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm good at detecting actors, and I know, I know actors pretty well. I would not have known that.
If
was
you
Bill
told me
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård was in that movie and you didn't tell me who he was, by the end
Dude,
of the
was
movie,
he that
I'd be
bush
like,
at the end of the movie?
I'd be like, dude, where the fuck was Skarsgård?
Yeah.
Was he
Did
Lily
he
Rose
play the
Depp?
castle?
He played the cat. Was he the tree?
Yeah. I like Kieran Culkin a lot. He's really good in A Real Pain. I'm happy he won. But it should have been Bill Skarsgård. And I can't believe that they nominated Yuri Borisov for Anora. And don't get it twisted. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He played Igor in Anora. And he was one of the best parts of the movie. And he's really good. And I love that character. But that character was good because of the writing, not because of some insane performance. He doesn't have a lot of dialogue, and he's not doing a ton. And so I don't want to be mean because he seems like a really nice guy, and he did really well in the movie. But you cannot tell me, like, people like that character because of the writing.
Yeah, no.
And Bill Skarsgård blows him out of the water in acting.
Yeah.
And he was not nominated, and I just think that's a little nuts.
No, I agree with you 100%. Like, I figured they would nominate him just because Anora was, like, such a big success. But, yeah, I was like, Igor doesn't really talk much. Mm-hmm. And even then, like...
Good character doesn't mean great performance.
That guy, he's obviously probably a sweet guy, but he doesn't elevate that role.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like it's a great character, but like anybody probably could have played that role.
It sounds mean, but like that's just the reality of it.
Yeah. But Bill Skarsgård is not many people can do that.
Yeah.
What he did. He fucked up his voice getting to that octave, to that low octave. Like he permanently damaged his vocal cords.
I have like
low.
a naturally, I feel like lower voice than Bill, and I can't even get that low.
Yeah.
So how the fuck did he do it?
Yep. And best actor went to Adrian Brody. To be honest, this is a pretty weak year for lead actor, but I would have given it to Tim. Am I a Tim fanboy? Yes. But I did say after I saw The Brutalist, I said I wouldn't be mad if he won best actor because I think he's really good. But
Adrian Brody is a beast.
yeah, but I just wanted Timmy to win. I don't know. I thought he deserved it, and I wanted him to win personally. And I did not like Adrian Brody's speech. I don't know if you saw it, but
He's kind of a weird guy though, so I figured he would do something weird.
He just took so long. Like, they give you a certain amount of time, and I think Best Actor, since it's one of the more important, like, one of the bigger awards, they give you more time. So he got, like, a minute and a half. And they start playing the music if you take too long, because they have a schedule to keep. Like, they buy whatever network it's on, NBC or something. They buy, like, a 4-hour, window on NBC.
Yeah.
And so they have to try to keep that schedule. And he got 90 seconds to do his speech, and they started playing the music, and he was like, "Turn the music off. I'm not done yet." Like, he was like, "I've been here before. Turn the music off."
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then he kept going. He was like, "I won't take too long. Just turn the music off." And then he took forever. He took 4 minutes.
Holy shit.
He got a minute and a half, and he took 4 minutes. And it wasn't like very well planned, and like he was speaking really fast trying to get everything out. He was like, "Oh yeah, who should I think? This guy, this and like he was like sitting up there stuttering around and like wasting people's time."
Was he saying it playfully that like, "I've been here before, turn the music off"?
I didn't really take it that way. It kind of seemed like a dick thing to say.
Oh shit, dude, that's fucked
I mean, you can watch it and form your own opinion. Somebody in a Discord today said they thought it was badass that he like said "fuck you" to the Oscars after they gave him an award, and I was like, I didn't think it was badass at all. I thought he was kind of being a dick.
Yeah.
These people, you can think what you want about the Academy, but they're handing you a very prestigious award.
Yeah.
And and all they ask of you is try to do it in under 90 seconds. We have to keep it moving. And then you say fuck you and take 4 minutes. Like take over double the amount of time that you're allotted.
There's like a couple of like times where like I've seen people like stick it to award shows that I'm like, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's not a situation that I would say hell yeah to.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais's whole night was sticking it to the Oscars.
Yeah, I like anytime Ricky Gervais talks shit. And then like there was one time Logan didn't like it, but Sturgill Simpson won a Grammy, but then wasn't nominated for anything for like the Country Music Awards, and he went outside the CMAs and was like pretending to be like a bum playing for money, and had his like Grammy sitting beside him as like a fuck you to the CMAs. That was cool, but like this situation isn't like that.
Yeah. What the fuck was I about to say?
Adrian Brody's a dick.
Yeah. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Oh, if you want to see how to do a acceptance speech, watch the 2017 Ryan Gosling Golden Globes acceptance speech. And I'm not just meat riding. It is exactly how you do an acceptance speech. He goes up there, and he won for La La Land, and he said, Damien Chazelle, Emma Stone, he was like, this is your award as much as it is mine. I'll cut it in 3 pieces, give each one. Don't really want to do that, but I will, because, then it's like, we're going to fight over who gets what piece. Nobody wants the bottom. It's just going to get messy. And then he thanked his wife, Ava Mendez, for watching the kids. And her brother was going through like fighting cancer, and she was taking care of him and raising their kids while he was off filming La La Land. And he was like, if I didn't have such a wonderful wife doing that for our kids and our family and taking care of her brother, it would certainly be someone else up here instead of me. So thank you to her. And it was like it was quick. It was like a minute long. It was witty at first, and then he made it emotional and sweet, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
And then you get so many people going up there just being pretentious douchebags.
Yeah. I would do a McGregor. I'd like to take a second to thank absolutely nobody. That's what
the best actor does what the fuck he wants. I didn't love Adrian Brody's acceptance speech, and I just know Timmy had something crazy cooked up.
Oh, dude, he probably started rapping, dude.
Yeah, statistics. Statistics.
It probably started popping off.
That would be crazy.
What if he did like his character from Lady Bird just started talking about Vietnam? This is cool and all, man, but people are dying, man.
Yeah, it should have been Timmy, but it should have been Timmy for Dune too. But Big Oscar doesn't want you to know that.
Yeah,
they
that's what Big Award doesn't want you to know.
Yeah, Best Actress went to Mikey Madison. Awesome as hell.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it would be Demi Moore because she's old, and like they like giving awards to old people that they haven't given something to before, like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis snub.
Yep. Well, not a snub.
Well,
everyone else was snubbed except for her.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, Mikey Madison winning is awesome. She was my favorite female performance of the year. And I just kind of thought it wouldn't happen because she's playing a stripper.
Yeah.
And, like, just seems like something they wouldn't do. But she's awesome. Like, she's, in person, she's like a really soft-spoken, like, sweet little woman. And then in Anora, she's like this, like, super obnoxious, like loud New Yorker. And it's like so opposite of what she is, and it never once feels like fake while you're watching it. Her accent's perfect, and also very like vulnerable physically, like you're putting everything out there, and super cool. that she won.
Yeah,
definitely.
I haven't seen her in like an interview, but she seemed like a sweetie pie in the Oscars.
Yeah, she's great.
But she played a young lady, a stripper young lady.
Yeah, a stripper young lady. And then Best Picture was Anora.
Yep.
Should have been Dune 2, but very happy with that. Could have been The Brutalist. Could have been Amelia Perez. Could have been Nickel Boys. Could have been something bad. But Anora is good.
Yeah.
Quite good film.
Yeah. Out of the nominations, yeah, I'd agree with Nora.
Well, Dune 2 was nominated, so no.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I didn't think it got nominated. Yeah, Dune 2 absolutely should have won.
Yeah, but really happy with Anora winning. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
But that's it for the Oscars, and we'll just finish up the episode with a little Severance talk.
A little Sev.
Because last week I forgot to bring it up, but this week I'm not forgetting to bring it up.
Hell yeah.
Last episode was maybe my favorite episode of the show. It's either that or the season 1 finale, but I thought it was absolutely magnificent.
It was, dude.
It's a first-time directing job. I forgot the lady's name, I'm sorry. But she's a cinematographer, and it was her first time directing, and it is one of the most impressively directed episodes of TV I've ever seen.
Wait, it was a lady?
Yeah.
I think it's my least favorite episode.
Comedy.
No, it was, yeah. It was, I was sitting there, like you.
It was like every 2 minutes, there's this insane transition.
Yeah.
Where you're like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, you told me, you were like, dude, did you watch Severance? And I was like, no, I didn't. And I turned it on, and you sat down and just started watching it with me, and you were like, this is gonna blow you away. Mm-hmm. And then every second, I would look over at you and just be like,
we both looked at each other with stank faces.
Yeah, yeah,
like we just saw a Allen Iverson crossover.
Yeah,
and it was fucking Severance.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing direction. They did this thing with these flashbacks. Oh, sorry, this is going to be spoilers for episode 7 of Severance.
Yeah.
If you don't watch Severance, don't want spoilers. Thanks for listening to the Film Scoop. Severance time.
Severance.
They did this thing with the flashbacks for Mark and Gemma, which they look a lot different from the normal look of the show, and I assume it's because it was shot on film. But if it wasn't shot on film, they added a filter or something.
Yeah, they've done something. It looks like fuzzy almost.
Yeah, it looks like film. Which at this point, with as big as Severance is, I'm sure they could afford to use film for just this segment of the show.
Oh yeah, they do random crazy shit.
But I loved the look of it, and they're finally giving us some answers with Gemma and Mark, and whether Gemma's alive or not. And turns out she is alive, and she's being held captive by Lumen. They've got her doing all these tests. She's going into all these rooms.
Yeah,
and I've heard a theory about the rooms that I could say. Do you have any?
No, I had my initial theory of I thought they were using her as a tool to bring people to Lumen and kind of have them enslave them a little bit. She was
the under the skin.
Yeah, under the skin. She was severed once she took certain exits and would make people fall in love with her, basically. Yeah, under the skin. That was completely wrong.
Yeah, I think that's not true at all.
Yeah, no, it was a stupid thing. I started thinking that, in my initial, couple minutes, I was like, they're putting her in a weird outfit. She's meeting up with this guy. Guy wound up being a fucking doctor. He works for Lumen. It's the complete reverse opposite of anything I said or thought. So I don't have a theory on what they're doing with her, but I would love to hear a theory.
Yeah, so my theory and the theory of many others is that the rooms are all different. They're all centered around Lumen trying to market Severance to the masses. Instead of it being a workplace thing, it can be used for many different purposes. And each room is a different thing that a human might want to sever off and not have to feel, like going to the dentist, which is one thing that she did in one of the rooms. Going on a plane ride.
Oh, my God.
People don't
Why
like
did
plane
I not
rides.
fucking think
They
of
don't
that?
like turbulence.
Yeah.
One of them was Christmas. Seems like a pretty pleasant thing. I'm not sure about that one.
She was having to like write letters.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. She was writing like Christmas cards.
Yeah.
And that was something you kind of want to like skip ahead, like fast forward and sever yourself off from.
Like a click situation.
Yeah. And so that's what people think their rooms are. And we think that Cold Harbor is the final one and the most important one, which is severing yourself off from grief and dealing with the loss of a loved one. With Mark and Gemma's connection.
Yeah.
Because now they'll have this, like...
It's like an Eternal Sunshine situation.
Yeah. And so once that's done, they'll be able to market it to the masses and say, like, the worst thing you can think of. Losing a loved one is the worst thing you could possibly think of. And they're saying this is a solution to deal with it. And that's why it's so important. And that's why only Mark can work on Cold Harbor. And that's why it was so important that he comes back. Because he's the only one with this connection to Gemma.
So, I guess I wonder how that... Because she's... Every room she goes through, she's severed. So she doesn't remember. But in the main room, like in the lobby, we'll call it the lobby, she's Gemma. So when she goes through Cold Harbor, I wonder who she's going to be. Unless she's not severed from that room.
She'd just be her severed self. I don't know. Hopefully they show Cold Harbor's room eventually.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Because I would think that, like, either Gemma or Mark would have to be severed once they enter the room and, like, have no reaction to the other person.
Right. I think neither one of them are their outies. I think when they meet, because Mark would obviously, outie Mark would know.
Yeah.
And any Gemma said she misses Mark. So that gives me the impression that she hasn't been seeing him in Cold Harbor.
Well, I think that Gemma in the lobby is her outie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And she's saying she misses Mark. So when she's in Cold Harbor, seeing Mark, theoretically, if that's true, it would be her innie. Because
okay.
Or else she wouldn't be saying, like, she would be seeing him often.
Yeah.
So, but also, like, I don't know what's inside the Cold Harbor room because any Mark never goes there.
Yeah,
like,
and then, like...
He works in MDR. So he's putting, like, numbers in
MDR,
files.
he's refining a file called Cold Harbor.
Yeah.
So what is he doing? Like, what is, like, managing this data do to him? Because he's got to finish this file. What does it have anything to do with being severed from that, you know?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
A lot of questions.
Very cool stuff, though.
Yeah. Incredible episode. Gemma tries to escape at one point. Milchick catches her.
Yeah.
That Sly Devil. That
Dude.
shambolic rube.
You know, I'll be honest with you. If I knew Milchick would catch me, I'd probably try to escape too.
Yeah,
you know
I'd
what I
escape
mean?
every night.
I'd be like,
I'd escape every night at 10:30
Mr.
p.m.
Milchick,
Yeah.
I'm at it again.
I'd just happen to be wearing my PJs with the hole in the back.
Yeah.
I'd just on accident.
Milchick, I tried to escape into this washing machine, and now I'm stuck.
I accidentally spilled this oil all over it beforehand. Could you help me out, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, pal.
No, but I think they did a horrible job casting Mr. Milchick because that guy's awesome. I'm supposed to not like Mr. Milchick, and every time I see him, I'm like, I mean, he's just doing his job. I mean,
yeah,
he's not doing anything wrong.
Well, dude, how cool is it? Like, because I think they're going to start pivoting with Milchick, and he's going to start.
I think he's going to start helping the innies.
Be-
I think he's going to turn against Lumen.
Oh, I think he's going to turn evil.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think that
Cobell's going to be helping the innies out of like this vendetta against Lumen.
I'm the complete opposite of you. I think
Really?
Cobell's going to come back, and I think Milchick's going to turn because Cobell was born and raised in Lumen. She's a soldier. Like,
Yeah.
They basically fucking grew her in a lab, and Milchick, I believe, just like kind of got hired there, and they haven't really went into his backstory, but that's the vibe I get, is that he's just been hired there. And the paintings that they gave him of Kier as like a black man really weirded him out.
Yeah.
And now he takes pride in his work, and he thinks he does his job really well. And then he got a performance review, and they were nitpicking these little things, like using too many big words. And
it was like that girl. What's her name? That little girl.
Miss Huang.
Yeah, I think she was putting in those complaints.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't really change. What I'm saying,
he's upset with Lumen.
Yeah, he's upset that like he feels like he works really hard for them, and then he goes for a performance review, and they just shit on him for shit that doesn't matter, like using too many big words.
Yeah,
and not really praising his work at all, and now it's kind of turning him insane.
Yeah, but he's still abiding by their rules.
Right now he is, yeah.
Yeah.
He still works there, but
I feel like
I think it's shifting towards him turning on Lumen. And Cobell, like they said it in last episode, like she is, she's Lumen through and through. Like you can't trust her.
Yeah.
If you go to her and say like, hey, Mark's reintegrating, like you could be fucked. She'll probably go turn you into Lumen, even though they've fucked her. That's just like how ingrained it is in her to, work for Lumen.
Yeah, but she also has this weird stuff going on with her being involved with Audi Mark. Like, I don't know how that plays into.
I don't think she cares about Audi Mark at all. I could be wrong.
You think maybe she's like just super like, because I was thinking like Miltrick doesn't interact with the Audis, or he tries not to interact with them as much as possible, and Cobell was obviously living right next to Mark and interacting with him like all the time. So do you think she was like taking her job way above and beyond, and then Milchick is just like, I'm doing my job?
Yeah, I think she doesn't care about Audi Mark at all, and she was only doing that because it benefited her at Lumen.
I do think based on where the characters are now, it would make more sense to have Milchick become the workaround instead of Cobell. But I just love seeing Milchick be intimidating and scary.
He's so fucking good.
Come on, dude.
He's my favorite character in the show, which could really be anyone.
Isn't that fucking crazy that he's
it
your
could be
favorite
Bert. Like, it could be fucking Dylan, it could be Irving, it could be Mark,
Yeah.
it could be Helly, it could be anyone. And I just love Milchick, dude.
Yeah. I really like Dylan.
I'm pretty sure that Tremel Tillman is his name. I'm pretty sure he was cast in Mission Impossible Dead Final Reckoning, I think is the name now.
Yeah.
I think he was cast in that, which is so cool.
Yeah. They're going to have
Can't
to
wait
change
to
the
see
name. Final Milchick.
Yeah.
That's
Final
what it's going to be.
Seth.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be about.
Mission Impossible Defiant Jazz.
They're gonna get the key and unlock the submarine, and it's gonna be him doing the dance.
Yeah. No, the bounce, 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 bounce. It's him in a turtleneck.
That's the world ender.
Yeah. I don't think we're forgetting anything from the new episode, but yeah, I love the direction. I thought it was so well made, such creative transitions, that using the little transition in the wires of the desk and then falling out from the left side, like just absolutely crazy stuff.
I was sitting there. They filmed this. They actually filmed this. This isn't CGI. I was like, well, what the fuck is it? And then they pulled out, and it was the data cables of the desk. I went, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They did like an X-Men intro to just that one thing.
Yeah. Mutants.
Yeah. Holy
fucking
cow.
in the middle of Severance. Yeah. What the hell are they doing?
That was crazy.
Yeah. But we got like 3 episodes left before the end of the season. This is good shit.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just awesome shit. And dude, tomorrow we get Daredevil Born Again.
Ooh.
I did not know it was so soon, but I'm really excited.
I hope it's good.
I'm really fucking excited.
I hope it's good.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it for this week. Next week is going to be Mickey 17.
Mickey 17 and
Hopefully a Bong Joon-ho ranking.
Bong Joon-ho.
As long as we're not slacking.
And maybe some Andor talk.
Oh, Definitely Andor talk.
Yeah.
Where are you at? You're on 9?
Yeah, I'm on episode 9.
Getting good, huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to reserve my thoughts.
Yeah, you gotta save the thoughts.
I don't want to spoil anything for the boys.
Put it in the old wank bank
Yeah.
for next week. But thank you guys for listening this week to the Film Scoop.